found his coat by the coal black track. Boot marks turning where none came back. Two black trains on a dead-end line, whistling smoke like a warning sign. He had a cracked old badge and a sinner's grin, a Bible burned where the names begin. No one asked what grave he crossed, but every liar knew what they lost. They said he died where the coal dust sleeps, with iron nails and secrets deep. But the black earth cried, some men return when the wicked hide. He was the coal dust prophet, with fire in his breath. He walked out of the darkness, with one hand raised for death. No grave could quiet him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last bad omen, the guilty had to feel. He rode into town when the window shook, with a dead man's coin and a bloodstained book. The mayor ran and the judge went pale when those old boots crossed the jail. He said, I came for the truth you sold, now pay that debt in dust and gold. The lanterns cracked, the horses cried, the church doors locked from the inside. And far below where the lost men shout, the devil felt that coal smoke rise out. He was the coal dust prophet, with fire in his breath. He walked out of the darkness, with one hand raised for death. No grave could quiet him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last bad omen, the guilty had to feel. I heard the black train calling, I watched the iron glow. They said my soul was buried. I said, then dig below. I was burned, I was broken, I was left in the clay. But a man made of thunder don't fade away. He was the coal dust prophet, with fire in his breath. He walked out of the darkness, with one hand raised for death. No grave could quiet him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last bad omen, the guilty had to feel. When the black train starts crying and the cold rails start to squeal, you can hear that prophet coming, the guilty had to feel. found his boots by the canyon flame. Blood on the rocks where nobody came. 3 black vultures on a crooked cross, watching dust count what he lost. He had a burned up coat and a sinner's chain, a dead man's oath running through his veins. No one asked what hell he crossed, but every line knew the cost. They said he died where the red sand sleeps, but the ground shook hard from underneath, and the Badlands cried, some men rise when the wicked lie. He came back through Badlands fire, with thunder in his eyes. He walked out of the devil's choir, too mean to ever die. No grave could wash him clean, no rope could drag him low. He was baptized in the ashes where bad men never go. He rode into town when the moon burned white, dragging smoke through the lantern light. The sheriff reached, then lost his nerve when those old boots hit the curve. He said, I came for the debt you made, now pay me back with truth and blade. The saloon doors cracked, the horses cried, the church bell broke on the sinner's side, and far below where the black flames roar, the devil turned and locked his door. Came back through Badlands fire, with thunder in his eyes. He walked out of the devil's choir, too mean to ever die. No grave could wash him clean, no rope could drag him low. He was baptized in the ashes where bad men never go. I heard the dry bones calling, I saw the red sand bleed. They said the fire owned me. I said, then let it feed. I was burned, I was buried, I was left in the dust. But a soul made of iron don't turn into rust. Too mean to ever die. No grave could wash him clean, no rope could drag him low. He was baptized in the ashes where bad men never go. When the Badlands start burning and the cold wind starts to blow, you can hear those old boots coming, where bad men never go. They found his head by the chapel door, ash on the steps and blood on the floor. Two black saints in a window frame, staring down down through smoke and flame. He had a robe burn carved in red, a silver tooth and a prayer gone dead. No one asked who lit that fire, but the whole town shook when the flames climbed higher. The city swung where the dry bells rang, with a crooked smile and a cursed man's name. But the ashes cried, some men rise when the righteous lie. There were ashes under the chapel and thunder in his veins. He walked back out of darkness with fire on his chains. No preacher could forgive him, no devil could drag him near. He was the last smoke rising, the name they learned to fear. He came through town when the choir went still, black coat torn on the hanging hill. The banker hid and the marshal prayed when those old boots crossed the shade. He said, I came for the man who traded mine. Now hear that bell crack through your spine. The windows burst, the lanterns died. The undertaker stepped aside, and far below where lost men yelled, the devil heard that chapel bell. There were ashes under the chapel and thunder in his veins. He walked back out of darkness with fire on his chains. No preacher could forgive him, no devil could drag him near. He was the last smoke rising, the name they learned to fear. I heard the rope start singing. I watched the chapel burn. They said my soul was finished. I said, then watch it return. I was covered, I was thrown into shame, but a heart born in ashes comes back wearing flames. Chapel and thunder in his veins. He walked back out of darkness with fire on his chains. No preacher could forgive him, no devil could drag him near. He was the last smoke rising, the name they learned to fear. When the chapel dust starts turning and the red moon disappears, you can hear those old boots walking with the name they learned to fear. They found his rope by the hanging tree. Dust still moving where he used to be. Two black hats by the courthouse stone. cold shadow, walking home. A torn-up coat and a sinner's scar, a Bible page in a whiskey jar. No one asked why the dead bell rang, but the whole town froze when the iron sang. They said he swung when the moon went red, with the crooked law above his head. But the rope snapped hard and the night wind cried, some men don't die when the judges lie. The gallows let him go with fire in his eyes. He came back through the dust where the guilty hide. No road could claim him, no devil took his soul. He was the last bell ringing when the gallows let him go. He rode through town with the dark pulled tight, dragging smoke through the lantern light. The judge looked down and lost his breath when that old dead man smiled at death. He said, I came for the truth you sold, now pay me back in blood and gold. The windows cracked, the choir ran, the marshal dropped his shaking hand, and far below where the lost souls yelled, the devil heard that gallows bell. The gallows let him go with fire in his eyes. He came back through the dust where the guilty hide. No road could claim him, no devil took his soul. He was the last bell ringing when the gallows let him go. I felt the rope go tighter, I heard the preacher pray. They said the law had won. I said, not today. I was judged, I was buried, I was left in the cold, but a soul made of iron can't be bought or sold. Dust where the guilty hide. No road could claim him, no devil took his soul. He was the last bell ringing when the gallows let him go. When the hanging tree starts shaking and the church lights burn low, you can hear those old boots walking when the gallows let him go. They found his coat by the broken stone. Tracks leading from a grave unknown. 3 black crosses on the county hill. Thunder rolled though the air stood still. his chain, a dead man's smile in the desert rain. No one asked what grave he crossed, but every lie knew what they lost. They said he died with a cold wind cried, with his name nailed down on the sinner's side. But the ground shook hard and the night replied, some men come back when the guilty hide. He came back with dead man's thunder, fire in his blood, and dust in his eyes. He split that grave wide open and walked where the wicked hide. No rope could drag him under, no devil made him low. He was the black storm coming, where the guilty had to go. He rode into town when the lamps burned thin, with the black coat torn and the storm within. The sheriff froze by the courthouse light, when those old boots shook the night. He said, I came for the debt you made, now pay it back before you fade. The saloon doors cracked, the horses cried, the church bell broke on the sinner's side. And far below where lost souls yell, the devil heard that thunder swell. He came back with dead man's thunder, fire in his blood, and dust in his eyes. He split that grave wide open and walked where the wicked hide. No rope could drag him under, no devil made him low. He was the black storm coming, where the guilty had to go. I heard the coffin cracking, I felt the black dirt shake. They said my road was over. I said not till they break. I was buried, I was blackened, I was left with no name. But a soul made of thunder comes back through the flame. Where the guilty had to go. When the grave rope starts shaking and the midnight winds blow, you can hear that thunder walking, where the guilty had to go. found his hat by the mission gate. Blood on the dust where the good men wait. 3 pale candles in the dry wind bent. Sundown knew where the saint man went. He had a rope scar under his chin, a black old coat and a mouthful of sin. No one asked why the chapel shook, but every coward closed his book. They said he prayed when the bullets came, with one last breath and a holy name. But the red sky cried, some saints rise when the liars reign. Sundown buried the saint, but the grave gave back his fire. He came walking through the dust like a black church choir. No prayer could chain him, no law could make him stay. He was the last red warning at the end of Judgment Day. He rode back in when the bell struck none, with a torn up coat and a smoking gun. The sheriff froze by the courthouse light when his shadow swallowed half the night. He said, I came for the men who lied. Now open the door and step outside. The windows cracked, the choir ran, the banker dropped his bloody hand. And down below where sinners pray, the devil turned his eyes away. Sundown buried the saint, but the grave gave back his fire. He came walking through the dust like a black church choir. No prayer could chain him, no law could make him stay. He was the last red warning at the end of Judgment Day. I heard the chapel breaking. I felt the red sun burn. They said the saint was finished. I said, watch him return. I was judged, I was buried, I was cast into flame. But a soul born in thunder comes back with no shame. Sundown buried the saint, but the grave gave back his fire. He came walking through the dust like a black church choir. No prayer could chain him, no law could make him stay. He was the last red warning at the end of Judgment Day. When the red sun dies in silence and the chapel lights turn gray, you can hear that saint man walking at the end of Judgment Day. They found his head by the courthouse gate. Blood on the wood where the judges wait. 2 dead lamps in the witness hall. Black moon staring through the wall. He had a cracked badge, cold and bent, a sinner's mark where the bullet went. No one asked what grave he fled, but every guilty mouth went dead. They said he swung when the verdict came, with a rope on his neck and a stolen name. But the gallows cried, some men rise when the law has lied. There was a black moon verdict written in dust and flame. He walked back through the courthouse, calling every liar's name. No judge could turn him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last hard truth the guilty had to feel. He came through town with the night pulled tight, dragging thunder through the lantern light. The banker prayed, the marshal ran when that black moon crowned the man. He said, I came for the debt you hid, now I answer for the blood you did. The court bell cracked, the window shook. The preacher closed his judgment book, and far below where the lost man dwelled, the devil heard that verdict bell. There was a black moon verdict written in dust and flame. He walked back through the courthouse, calling every liar's name. No judge could turn him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last hard truth the guilty had to feel. I heard the gavel breaking, I saw the rope burn black. They said the law had buried me. I said the law came back. I was buried, I was left without a name, but a soul carved in thunder comes back through the flame. Guilty had to feel when the courthouse turns to shadow and the black moon starts to reel. You can hear that verdict coming. The guilty had to feel. They found his coat by the railroad flame, boot marks spelling out a dead man's name. 3 black birds on a rusted wire, watching iron rain feed the fire. conscious curse running through his veins. No one asked what grave he crossed, but every coward knew what mercy cost. They said he fell when the storm rolled in, with thunder stitched into his skin. But the cold ground cried, some men rise. When the guilty hide, he came back with iron rain, fire in his hands, dust in his soul. He walked through hell with a sinner's name, and the devil lost control. No grave could keep him under, no rope could make him stay. He was the last dark thunder, coming down the judgment way. He rode into town when the lamps went low, with a black hat dripping from the storm below. The judge turned pale by the courthouse light, when those old boots shook the night. He said, I came for the lies you made, now step outside and pay that blade. The saloon door slammed, the horses cried, the church bell cracked on the sinner's side. And far below where the lost men shout, the devil heard that iron rain pound. He came back with iron rain, fire in his hands, dust in his soul. He walked through hell with the sinner's name, and the devil lost control. No grave could keep him under, no rope could make him stay. He was the last dark thunder, coming down the judgment way. I heard the storm confessing, I watched the black sky bleed. They said the dead stay buried. I said, not men like me. I was broken, I was left in the clay, but a soul made of lightning don't wash away. Name, and the devil lost control. No grave could keep him under, no rope could make him stay. He was the last dark thunder, coming down the judgment way. When the iron rain starts falling, and the road turns cold and gray, you can hear those old boots coming down the judgment way. They found his rope by the red clay road, boot prints deep where the cold wind blowed. 2 black crows on the hanging tree, watching dust where a man broke free. dead man's coin and a judge is dead. No one asked why the gallows swayed, but every liar stepped back afraid. The city died when the law bell cried, with a sinner's name in his hands tied. But the black rope snapped and the night wind screamed. Some men wake from a dead man's dream. He came back with rope, burned redemption, fire in his blood and dirt on his hands. He walked through hell with no confession, and the devil couldn't make him stand. No chain could own him, no grave could make him sleep. He was the last dark promise that the guilty had to keep. He rode into town when the sun went black, with a torn up coat and a smoking track. The judge went pale by the window light when those old boots dragged through the night. He said, I came for the truth you stole, now pay that price with your guilty soul. The saloon door shook, the candles died. The preacher locked himself inside, and far below where the lost men yelled, the devil heard that rope burn bell. He came back with a rope, burned redemption, fire in his blood and dirt on his hands. He walked through hell with no confession, and the devil couldn't make him stand. No chain could own him, no grave could make him sleep. He was the last dark promise that the guilty had to keep. I felt the rope go burning. I heard the blackbirds sing. They said my name was buried. I said, then crown the king. I was broken, I was left in the flame, but a soul born for thunder comes back with his name. His hands, he walked through hell with no confession, and the devil couldn't make him stand. No chain could own him, no grave could make him sleep. He was the last dark promise that the guilty had to keep. When the hanging tree starts shaking and the red road runs deep, you can hear redemption walking that the guilty had to keep. They found his coat by the broken stone, boot tracks leading from a grave unknown. Three black crosses on the county hill. Thunder rolled though the air stood still. twisted gun and a sinner's chain, a dead man's smile in the desert rain. No one asked what grave he crossed, but every liar knew what they lost. They said he died where the cold wind cried, with his name nailed down on the sinner's side. But the ground shook hard and the night replied, some men come back when the guilty hide. He came back with dead man's thunder, fire in his blood and dust in his eyes. He split that grave wide open and walked where the wicked hide. No rope could drag him under, no devil made him low. He was the black storm coming, where the guilty had to go. He rode into town when the lamps burned thin, with a black coat torn and a storm within. The sheriff froze by the courthouse light when those old boots shook the night. He said, I came for the debt you made, now pay it back before you fade. The saloon doors cracked, the horses cried, the church bell broke on the sinner's side. And far below where lost souls yell, the devil heard that thunder swirl. He came back with dead man's thunder, fire in his blood and dust in his eyes. He split that grave wide open and walked where the wicked hide. No rope could drag him under, no devil made him low. He was the black storm coming, where the guilty had to go. I heard the coffin cracking, I felt the black dirt shake. They said my road was over. I said not till they break. I was buried, I was blackened, I was left with no name, but a soul made of thunder comes back through the flame. Thunder, fire in his blood and dust in his eyes. He split that grave wide open and walked where the wicked hide. No rope could drag him under, no devil made him low. He was the black storm coming, start shaking and the midnight winds blow. You can hear that thunder walking where the guilty had to go. They found his coat by the coffin nails, rainwater running down the jailhouse rails, 2 black lanterns by a broken stone, thunder speaking through the bone. Cold-eyed stare and a rusted gun, a prayer gone dark from a life outrun. No one asked what grave he knew, but every candle burned black blue. They said he slept where the worms run deep, with 6 iron nails and no soul to keep. But the pine box cried, some men wake when the cowards lie. He came back with coffin nails and thunder, fire in his blood, dust on his name. He split that grave wide open and walked straight through the flame. No bell could bury him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last black warning the guilty had to feel. The storm behind, a cracked old cross and a loaded mine. The banker hid, the judge went still when those boots came down from the hill. He said, I came for the lie you sold, now pay that debt before you're cold. The window shook, the dogs ran low, the church bell cried like a dying crow. And far below where lost souls burned, the devil knew he had returned. He came back with coffin nails and thunder, fire in his blood, dust on his name. He split that grave wide open and walked straight through the flame. No bell could bury him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last black warning the guilty had to feel. I heard the coffin cracking, I felt the thunder roll. They said death had taken me. I said it missed my soul. I was thrown to the rain, but a man born in thunder comes back through the pain. He came back with coffin nails and thunder, fire in his blood, dust on his name. He split that grave wide open and walked straight through the flame. No bell could bury him, no devil made him kneel. He was the last black warning the guilty had to feel. When the graveyard starts shaking and the midnight bells all peal, you can hear that thunder walking the guilty had to feel. They found his name on a splintered grave, boot marks deep where the cold dirt gave. 3 black birds on a chapel rail, watching smoke rise behind the jail. He had a cracked old gun in the center's chain, a blood-red coat in the desert rain. No one asked what hell he saw, but every shadow broke from the wall. They said he died when the last bell rang, with his boots tied down and his soul left hanged. But the grave dirt cried, some men rise when the devil lied. Hell signed the wrong grave, fire came out of the ground. He walked back through the darkness where the lost don't make a sound. No cross could hold him, no chain could make him stay. He was the last man standing when hell signed the wrong grave. He rode into town when the moon burned low, dragging black dust from the world below. The judge went pale in the courthouse light when those old boots split the night. He said, I came for the debt you made, now count your sins and face the blade. The saloon door shook, the horses cried, the preacher locked himself inside, and far below where lost souls yelled, the devil knew he mocked wrong hell. Hell signed the wrong grave, fire came out of the ground. He walked back through the darkness where the lost don't make a sound. No cross could hold him, no chain could make him stay. He was the last man standing when hell signed the wrong grave. I heard the black ink burning, I felt the cold stone shake. They said my soul was taken. I said, that was your mistake. I was left in the flame, but a man made of thunder comes back with his name. Hell signed the wrong grave, fire came out of the ground. He walked back through the darkness where the lost don't make a sound. No cross could hold him, no chain could make him stay. He was the last man standing when hell signed the wrong grave. When the cold dirt starts talking and the chapel lights turn gray, you can hear those boots returning from the grave they signed away. When hell signed the wrong